Right, F.A.B, Fieldsports Advice Bureau, has been going now for how long? Over a year?
It's been going for about 15 months now.
How many people do you reckon you've dealt with, roughly?
We are approaching the 100 mark
Brilliant, yeah.
for members that have contacted us for help.
Well, brilliant, except we'd rather nobody contact us for help, I suppose. And what have your inquiries been? What from to?
The general inquiries that are coming through are from members that need assistance with either revocations, refusals, and some people just want general advice as well.
People are a bit nervous, aren't they?
People are extremely nervous. The landscape has changed drastically in the firearms world over the last 12 to 18 months. People are feeling very unsettled, very unsure, and they just need a little help, guidance and advice.
So your role here at the Northern Shooting Show, which we're currently sitting outside and basking in the glorious sun, and you were just saying, why don't we have a stand outside? Your role here has been to chat to some of these people. Tell me some of the stories you've heard. Don't have to name names, but just give me an idea.
We have situations which vary to ones that may seem insignificant to the more significant problems, where we've had a gentleman come in and see us today where he has had his guns and certificate taken because his wife has been diagnosed with a terminal illness.
So she is going to die, and the police said, therefore we're taking your guns. What effect did that have on him?
The effect has been, as you'd anticipate, dramatic on the husband, but also on his wife.
Really?
She is a lady who has this terminal condition, and she is distraught because she believes she is the reason that her husband has lost his guns and
She's blaming herself?
She's blaming herself at this time and stage in her life.
And I mean, I'm afraid she's going to pass away. It's very sad, but that's how it is. Do you think the police will hand back the guns directly?
In my opinion, I don't believe the police will hand the guns back. When she passes away, they will then turn and look at the husband and possibly say, what is your mental state at the moment? You are bereaved, you've just lost your wife to a terminal illness, and they may not believe he is in a position to have the certificate and the guns back.
Well, it sounds to me like the police are just using this as an excuse.
It comes across as an excuse. There is no solid evidence behind. It's basically allegations that they're making.
Which constabulary is this?
This constabulary is Humberside, I believe.
They're not one of the good guys, are they?
At the moment, they're not. I've had several members approach me today regarding this police authority. They haven't been here at the show, so there's been nobody to talk or chat to get their side of the story or version of events. But I've had, in one morning, 4 or 5 people come in to talk to me with issues they have with that particular force.
It's strange we're seeing a split between constabularies which are prepared to talk to shooters, and I would say most, if not all of them, are represented here. They actually have stands here. People can go to those stands and say, police going to have a renewal, police going to have a variation, whatever they want, and then the bad guys. And Humberside falls into that bad guy category.
Unfortunately, yeah. But then you have other forces who are here today who've been given advice to people who aren't within their force, so they're helping people from outside their area as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's incredibly generous, considering and they are so stretched, as we know. Yeah. Okay, what's your prognosis? What is this situation going to get better, do you think, or worse before it gets better? What's going to happen?
I don't want to sound pessimistic, but, and there is always a but, it is a bleak situation at the moment and things are progressively getting worse. We do need to take a stand by members getting advice, getting the help that they need, being able to sort of empower themselves to represent themselves and make their voices heard with the police. It can have an effect, it can have a positive effect, and it can help to start chipping away.
We saw a lady today who got she got a certificate back, but there is a problem, isn't there? What happened there? Lady today got her certificate back, and but they won't give her a keys to cabinet.
Oh, yes. A lady who, think the police are in their eyes. She's a woman of a certain age, and through
Aren't we all?
aren't we all? But through various issues of being at a certain age, yes, she did have her guns and certificates taken. The certificates are back.
We should put menopause as a reason that got people taking away guns. It is that ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
But she is not allowed access to her own cabinet access to.
She's got a certificate back.
Yeah.
And she's not allowed to open her gun cabinet.
She's not allowed to open the gun cabinet and have access.
It's her keys. It's her cabinet. Why? How does that? That doesn't even sound legal.
I can't see the sense behind it. I can't see the rhyme or reason for it. All I can do is, if the lady needs any further assistance, is look into the legalities of that and provide assistance for her where I can.
You're not here because we're paying millions of pounds. We're not paying millions of pounds, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. But you appear to get a lot out of this, I think. Do you?
Do you know, I do get a lot out of it. It's a niche area of law to be involved in. It is something that I am enjoying, although I feel guilty because I am enjoying doing a job. People are approaching me because they're at the lowest point. For a lot of these members are the lowest point in their life. They've had their certificates taken away. They've shot all their lives. This is their passion, and they're left without.
Do you think the government just doesn't understand how important shooting is to people?
I think it is ignorance of this way of life. If you don't shoot and you don't understand the passion that people have for it, and it's not just recreational shooters, it's people who use guns for their livelihoods. You wouldn't take a hammer and nails away from a carpenter because they've driven over the speed limit and got some points on the licence, but you will take a gun away from a shooter. You're taking a gun away from a farmer or a gamekeeper. It's not fair. It's
not fair. I see the faces of people who come to talk to you, and it seems to me, to begin with, at the beginning of every conversation, there's a sort of slight sense of floundering. You know, they want to kind of unload their problems on you. They want some advice back from you. What do you provide them? What's the most important thing you provide them?
The most important thing that I provide for these members is an ear to listen to what the issue is. You take a step back, you listen to what has happened to them. It's not something that you can ask a question and fire questions at them and ask for a response. They have to tell their story. You need to know the background. And then they're approaching me and they're not knowing what to say because they've been left in a no man's land. They've got nowhere to go. They don't know who they can talk to. They don't know how they can take it forward. And they just need you to listen and to just provide some gentle advice, at first, just a couple of pointers on what you can do, what your rights are, how you should take this forward. It's not necessarily, I give, hard legal advice from the start. Sometimes it's just some kind words that they need, that's all.
It's funny you see it like that, because I think if I asked the same question to one of them, they'd probably say something like, well, it's the legal advice I need the most because I don't know what to do. But looking at it from the outside, to me, it's the positivity. You approach every single one of these as, we can do this, you can win this. And it's kind of re-injecting them with confidence that seems to be so important.
I'm not sat talking to these members in a firm where they've come to instruct me and I'm being paid by the hour. As you say, I don't get paid a fortune. I'm doing it out of the goodness of my heart.
Yeah.
But
we've been through that.
I am there to help these people, and you can't do that by saying you've got 30 minutes and that's all. You've got to get it off your chest in 30 minutes. I'm there for as long as they need me. Some problems take 5 minutes and it's a quick fix. It's something easy to go through. Other people may need to sit down and go through everything from start to finish, and it can take 60 or 90 minutes. It takes as long as it takes at the end of the day. I'm not going to rush anybody through what their issue is because it's such a big thing. getting your certificates back is a huge thing. If you don't win that appeal, if you don't get those guns back, it's a large part of your life missing. And as I said, some of these guys have shot for 30, 40, 50 years. They don't know what they're going to do if they haven't got them.
Good. Well, thank you, Layla. Thank you so much for being here. It's been an extraordinary weekend for meeting members, for her, for me as well, and a really, really good weekend for signing people up. Thanks to all of those who have joined the Fieldsports membership, who are now covered, public liability insurance when they're out shooting, but crucially legal cover against this kind of gun grab.